So my name's Hillary. My friends call me Hill. I play bass and fight on site. I'm from St. Mary's or London, Ontario, but I reside in Hamilton. So my personal influence has always been my father. He is stubborn to a fault, and I am the exact same way. And I really admire that about him. He's a stick-to-your-guns kind of guy. He doesn't take shit. He works really hard, and I want to be exactly like that. So what got me into heavy music was I was taking guitar lessons at the London Music Conservatory, and my guitar teachers, Adam, Cato, and Mario and Ryan, all directly influenced me and were like, you need to listen to these bands, you need to play these songs, you need to learn these songs. And it started with Killswitch Engage and Atreyu and Bullet for My Valentine, and it kind of just spiraled from there into different heavy music streams, basically. So my first concert ever was the Great Big Sea when I was a child. My parents really wanted to go and couldn't find a sitter, so I was a baby with the big headphones on at the show. My first heavy show was Tool. I was in the 8th grade. I went with my boyfriend at the time. They played the JLC in London. But the first time I remember being hardcore is the shit for me was Knocked Loose played Rum Runners with Expire, Gideon, and Counterparts in 2016 when they were touring Pop Culture. And I remember leaving that show being this is it forever. I'm hardcore for life now. It was just a surreal experience. The energy was insane. So favorite shows as a person playing in a band was probably Fight on Sight played on my birthday this year, and it was pretty rad. It's the best way to celebrate my birthday was with all of my friends doing the thing that I love doing. And then a few weeks ago, Bad Bet played their first show ever, and the energy in that room at Casbah was insane. They finished their set. It was just all of my favorite people in a room on cloud nine, and then Cole and Josh from Scum Collective and Built on Blood come and tell me, they're like, we're doing a secret set. And it was Built on Blood's first show ever, and it was a secret set, and those guys do so much for the community, so it was really cool to see them doing their thing finally on stage. And I've been hearing those riffs for months, just being I can't wait to crowd kill people to these. So my favorite show experience from a goer perspective is probably that show, just because the energy and seeing all my friends happy was super cool. The craziest thing I've seen at a show, I've seen a lot of wild stuff, but most recently, Friday night, a couple nights ago, we were at the Gladstone watching this show. SOV was playing. Our vocalist Kennedy was sitting side stage because she's got a hurt knee right now, and she's like, I'm not going to mosh. And then all of a sudden I look up, and Kennedy is flying at me off the stage. She turns around, crowd kills the entire room, does a sick two-step, and then just goes and sits back down. And I was this is the coolest shit, but also, your knee, man. And I just like seeing my friends have fun and be happy at shows. So that's my craziest shit right now. So past bands, I started playing bass when I was 12. My guitar teachers at the time were you're gonna do this, and so I did. And they had a program where they put kids together in bands to play. So I got just paired up with some strangers, and we played cover songs together. I mean, we were a bunch of kids, and it's what got me into it, so it was really cool. As I got older, mostly cover bands still. I was in a band called Weird Beard, because my last name is Beard, and it was spelled W-E-A-R-D, Weird Beard. And we still cover stuff, but opened at Ribfest for Bob Noxious and like had some cool shows. I was in a band like that was like heavier shit where we covered a lot of like Every Time I Die and wrote some stuff too, and it was back when I could actually do vocals and I was like doing pig squeals and shit. I can't do it anymore. And then I don't know, I stopped playing for a long time and then I started again on some solo shit. So it's like me and a guitar. It's very sad. It's very vulnerable. And then yeah, Fight on Sight's my first like real project that I feel like is like my passion is in it and I actually really care about what we're doing. We have some shows coming up at the end of July with our buddies in Bad Bet. We're going to be in Montreal on the 28th and then Hamilton for Steel City on the 29th, and then we're playing in Toronto on August 11th. That one's for the dogs. It's for a good cause. And you know, one thing I want to say is just show up. Come on out to a show. We might seem scary, but nobody in hardcore is mean or fighty. We just like punch in the air. What I like about being a musician is I just really like playing, specifically bass. There's something about it, brings me a lot of joy, it's a lot of fun. I also just love that some of my closest friends in the world I've met through doing this thing. Friends that have like become family. Like we always joke, the F on Fight on Sight is for family, and it's because I really do love the people that I'm doing this with. Dislikes? I don't really think I have any. Like I've always just really liked playing. When I was maybe doing conservatory shit and I was doing like grades and having to take tests and stuff for music, I didn't really love that, but like it still is why I am where I am, and I credit it for my abilities. So I mean, that's fine. My favorite food is probably like sushi or anything like ramen, pho, cold rolls, anything like that style of food is my favorite. Like it all. I don't really know if I have useless talent. I can roll joints pretty good. It's probably pretty useless. I can also I can take a spin kick in the face and still carry on with my life. So that's probably a good talent to have. Thanks to Steve at Stronger Than Ever on YouTube for doing this, for making a point of including people in the scene and getting to know everyone.